Welcome back to Next Shift with Rick Wagan. Suzuki does not suck. This is the pregame show before the Montreal Canadiens take on the Pittsburg Penguins in Game 5 of a 5-game homestand. The Montreal Canadiens won 3 of their first 4 games at home, beating the New York Islanders, the Nashville Predators, losing to the Washington Capitals, and then beating the Ducks in an overtime shootout. Tonight they take on the Pittsburgh Penguins after losing the first 2 meetings against them. The Canadiens look to avoid the sweep and win a 4th out of 5 home games. After tonight, the Montreal Canadiens go to Winnipeg, where they play a tough Winnipeg team on Saturday in Winnipeg, and then they return back home on Tuesday against the Buffalo Sabres. So far in the homestand, the Montreal Canadiens have proven that they can win some hockey games. The combination of Patrick Laine scoring 3 goals and 1 assist over that 4-game span, Lane Hutson continuing his 7-game point streak for those obviously during that 4-game span. Samuel Montembeault playing some of his best hockey of the season outside of the 2 shutouts he had against Toronto and Edmonton. And the young core of players, whether it's Suzuki, Caufield, even Dach and Slafkovsky, and Goulet are playing some good hockey. Newhook's on the first line. Heineman's playing some solid hockey as well. And the veteran line of Gallagher, Anderson, and Dvorak are definitely taking control of their parts of the game and their shifts. All in all, the Montreal Canadiens have been playing some solid hockey over the last 3 to 4 weeks, and especially on this homestand against some of the weaker teams that they're going to face. Tonight is not a team that they match up well against. Like I said, they lost their first 2 outings against Pittsburgh this year, but the Pittsburgh Penguins are below 500. They're an aging team. They're looking probably at a rebuild in the near future, or at least a retool. So we'll see how it kind of comes out. My take is that Montreal needs Lane Hutson to play like he has been, the power play to continue to connect. I think the only concern I have about the power play right now is how do we get Cole Caufield the puck? Patrick Laine is scoring goals, which is great, but we're still looking to get Cole Caufield the goal since Patrick Laine has joined the power play. Hasn't been that long, but again, and he has scored. Caufield has scored on over the last 4 games a couple of times, and he's at his 17th goal of the season. So can't complain about Cole Caufield. He's been the most consistent and best player on the team pretty much most of the season, outside of Lane Hutson, who has also been extremely consistent. Suzuki is starting to find a more consistent play. I feel like he came to training camp a little bit heavy, not out of shape. I think he worked out and tried to gain some muscle. I think some of that is coming off now, and I think you're seeing him move a lot better. The line of Slafkovsky, Dach, and Patrick Laine, in my opinion, have looked okay. I love each of those players' skill sets and what they bring to the game. I'm concerned about Slafkovsky's lack of confidence in terms of getting shots on net and getting pucks in the net, although he is doing a lot better in the forecheck. I'm concerned about Dach's lack of progress in terms of his speed and his knee injury. I think everyone said the same things there. What I will say is I do feel like he's progressing every game, and it's still December. If we're talking in February or even March and he hasn't progressed to the extent that he needs to, I'll be more concerned. But it might take a whole season before, early next season, before the Montreal Canadiens will really know if Kirby Dach can regain the talent, the skill, the power that he brought to the game before his injury. I thought last year in the preseason he was their best center. I thought he had a great year before that as well, before some of his injuries. Patrick Laine looks a little bit out of shape, but his talent is so obvious. He's got poise with the puck. He knows how and where to pass it, when to dump it in. What he has surprised me about is his effort on the defensive end of the puck. I didn't follow Patrick Laine that much when he was in Winnipeg and Columbus, but what I'm looking at here is a player that knows how to play on the defensive side of the puck. He knows he has an elite, super elite shot. He has some smart, puck control skills, and he's a high IQ hockey player, which is great. He's going to bring a different dimension to the team. And like I said, the top two lines, whether you change Newhook with anyone else, to be honest, maybe it's a Heineman gets a chance in the first line. I would recommend that. Maybe it's a Joshua Roy comes up. We'll see how it all kind of progresses. But, that line, those top two lines are kind of progressing nicely. The third line, like I mentioned, of Anderson, Dvorak, and Galley. I'm not a huge fan of Dvorak even to today. I don't think he's bringing very much to that line. That same line existed with Evans, and I thought they were better, and that's when Gallagher was scoring a lot more goals, to be honest. So I wouldn't mind interchanging Dvorak with Evans, but Evans is on the fourth line with Armia and Heineman. Heineman is a great hockey player. Playing with Evans is solid. Armia brings a certain something to the game. I haven't been overly impressed, but we'll see. I'm still waiting for Owen Beck and Joshua Roy to get their opportunities this season. I know Kapanen had a bit of an opportunity as well. We'll see how it all progresses as the year progresses. But all in all, we're looking forward to tonight's game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The veterans of Malkin and Crosby and Letang are going to be out there. They have a solid team, Ricard Rakell as well. Let's see how it goes. I'm hopeful the Montreal Canadiens take it to them and do not get swept over the season. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking at Caufield hopefully scoring a power play goal, hopefully Laine scoring a 5-on-5 goal, and hopefully Lane Hutson getting his first of his career, which would be great as well. So that's it for me. That's it for next shift. Looking forward to the game. We'll talk to you guys soon, and we'll have a post-game show either tonight or tomorrow morning.